All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Here we are. We are posted up at the banks of Saginaw Bay. And the bay. And I got my guys right here, and we're just relaxing. I ain't gonna lie to you. We got a big dummy bag of Trolley Sour Bright. Shout out to them. This video is not sponsored by them, but God to mighty, that's the world record bag.
That is a giant.
These are not cheap either. They're like $10 for this big giant bag.
Dude, that's a big.
Hey, what's the best color?
Bag.
Blue.
The blue.
I like the. I like the red and the yellow.
No,
red and yellow is good. You want one?
What flavor? We don't even know what flavors that is. What flavor's the blue?
The blue and red one is the freaking red.
Dude, I feel like it's raspberry.
Blue
I don't know.
raspberry?
He's good.
He's the better one.
I don't even
Anything blue raspberry, a Sour Patch Blue.
We're going on a tangent.
That one DC had.
Welcome back.
Lemon.
Blue's great. Strawberry grape.
Strawberry grape is what he is.
That's why.
Is that what it is?
And then the green one is orange and lime.
We did this podcast just to talk about Trolley worms. That's all it is.
We need a sponsorship, bro. Don't play with us. Come on,
Hey, for real, Trolley.
Yeah, holla at us. We be smashing y'all.
Trolley, what are you gonna call it?
I don't even know how to say it. It's got to be Trolley.
Oh, what are we talking about?
Anyway, all right. So we need to.
You know me. Hey, tangent number one.
We talking about how DC, bro,
he literally
eat gummies.
He never eats them.
Bro.
My belly cannot digest the gumminess. I can't do it. I have a belly ache.
Where's your spit cup at?
Hey, yo.
I ain't got none of them either.
Comment below,
you've been
okay?
eating him.
Does anybody else on planet Earth chew up gummies
and then spit them out?
not swallow it and then spit it
Here's
out?
the key, though. Here's the key. I treat them like gum, not gummies.
Oh, just
You know, like you don't swallow gum, do you?
you take the meat off.
I don't.
I get the gum taste out of them, and I let them go. I let them go like one of these big dummy largemouth or smallmouth. All right. Anyway, here we are. So this podcast is with all my guys, and we're talking about the 2023 Bass Pro Tour season highs and lows. We're just gonna kick it right off. This is the high and lows. Who should start it? I don't know.
DC, start with your low.
I'll start it out. The low for me was today on Saginaw Bay. Oh, God, Saginaw Bay. All right, so we are on Saginaw Bay, and this video is posting after Saginaw Bay, before? It's posting Thursday. Okay, 2 days from now. This video is posting. All right. Well, just know, today was a lot of fun. I caught 30 bass. I did lose 2 to 3 really, really good bites. And, no, that's not my low. I would say the low for this season. The low for this season. Actually, I don't like starting with a low. I like starting with a high. Everybody wants to talk about the positive things first. I cannot start this video with a negative.
Well, you can end on a positive. One or two.
Yeah, you can end on the positive.
I'll end on a positive.
Here's the people love drama.
The low for me was Florida. The low was Florida for me. Yeah. Florida, in my opinion, is I mean, it's honestly so daggum area based. My God, you can be the best flipper in the world, but if you're not in the right area, you're trash. Facts. And then everybody be like, "What happened?" Well, I didn't stumble onto the right area, and I stayed on Toho. Speaking of Toho, that place is trash. Unless you're there in like May, I do not like Toho. To me, so
you caught him on Toho, right, Jacob?
Yeah, I caught him pretty good.
He likes Toho. I don't like Toho.
I caught him pretty good.
I didn't make the top 10. No one made the top 10 on Toho, but I did get 11th and got knocked out in the last minute.
You jumped off like a dang.
You jumped off like a
9 or 10. It was 8 to 10.
That fish was giant.
It was 8.
That's got to be your low. Is that your low?
No. It was 8 to 10 for sure.
That was a big one. I seen that video.
Big one, dude.
Tied for last.
Oh hell.
So if I lose Angler of the Year, it might be.
Yeah.
By like a couple points, it could be. Yeah.
Well, I can tell you right now, you're looking good right now, so we shall see.
I mean, just off the rippy.
All right, so I'm going to tell y'all a quick story.
So your low is Florida. Is there any specific thing that happened in Florida that you like? There's one moment that you like.
Oh my gosh! All right,
yeah,
so
your
anyway,
best buddy was reeling him in on Toho.
No. I did not intend on fishing that tournament on Toho at all. I did not intend on that.
No, you did too.
You're absolutely drunken high.
No, you did too.
Brett was with me. Brett. I went to Cyprus. I've always liked fishing in Cyprus.
He loves Cyprus.
I've always liked fishing in Cyprus. I've caught them in Cyprus. The only reason I qualified for the Elite Series was in Cyprus. That's it.
Wanting a speed worm around.
Speedworm, chatterbait, and whatever.
Yeah.
Out there in that bull. bullcrap grass. So anyway, I caught a 6-pounder, like a 7-pounder in practice there, and had a couple more bites, like 3-pounders. I was like, oh wow, this we're good. We're in a good spot. Mm-hmm. So then I continued practicing on and on and on, and I was like, all right, well, Cypress is pretty good, and it's going off in there. I've never seen this happen. Literally the day before, I catch a 6 and a 3, and I'm like, all right, I'm out. I got a couple little zones I like. Let's go. So I go back in there. I never had a single bite for 4 hours.
Yeah,
4 hours.
Well, remember, we had that bad cold front come through. Remember that?
Well, that's
That wind
typical
was
in
blowing
Florida.
too. That water got dirty in there.
Dude, the water temp
Yeah, well, the
dropped
water
like 8
got
degrees,
dirty, and I mean, it's a typical tournament. So
yeah.
that was the low for me. I'm gonna go make it quick. The high for me of the season, I'm gonna say, honestly, was Cayuga. For me, Cayuga was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was just a really fun tournament.
It was.
St. Clair was really fun too, because I mean, I like catching them that way. But honestly, I'm just gonna wrap it up. The high for me this whole season. Take that back. Rewind. We're rewinding. Smallmouth, they're lame. I'm done with smallmouth. Smallmouth are not a real thing unless you're in the summertime up here. Douglas. My day 2 on Douglas. Smashed them on a jig, baby, in the current, catching them in like 46-degree water temp, okay? 46 with a jig. Bandito Bug Jr. on the back. Slacklining them, dude. That was the high for me. That one day, that was phenomenal. Who's next?
Go ahead, Mark.
Me?
Let's just start on the lows.
Starting with lows.
Always go back
hey,
to the high.
You know, you
like that, B?
I don't know the lows with you.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
I had lows with an S.
Plural.
That front half of the season, man. But you turned it around, boy.
Yeah, I did.
Where did the lows start?
So, man, Florida. We started off, and I
No,
love.
you mean when you threw back the bass that you
yeah, I'm
needed?
tripping. See, it was the
Hey,
invitation.
the start.
It was like a.
When he
for
threw
me,
back,
it was like
he
a
threw back the
momentum thing.
bass that he needed.
No, I didn't throw it back. I left him in the live well.
God.
Yeah, so I
Big
never.
$10,000 bass.
All my career, bro,
$8,000 bass.
even before my career, we fishing team nerds back home for years. I ain't never, ever left a bass in a live well.
Ever.
But mind you, we've been 5 years now out of the
win.
loop of bagging up fish, blah, blah, blah. And it was day 2. I caught 20 pounds on day 1. I had no problem bagging them up, right? No. Well, day 2,
You were sort of pissed off about
it.
it. You were like,
I was like, man,
I ain't catching
What'd you have on day 2?
I had like a soft 10, but I left.
How do you go from 20 to 10? Oh, wait, it's Florida.
Exactly.
It's Florida.
Hey, in the same zone. Meanwhile, Michael Neal, Alex Davis, and J-Dub smashing right next to me.
Okay.
And I just smashed the day before, and I'm looking at all of them like, what the? But that's just like. That's,
So what was
how
the
it
difference
is.
between day
It's
1 and day
rotate-
2?
Yep.
I didn't have any quality bites. It was actually a good day of fishing. Colin was with me in the boat. I low key smashed. I probably caught 20 bass. I just caught all babies, right? But I wasn't tripping because I'm like, it's the invitational. I'm gonna make the cut, and I'm gonna come back tomorrow and smash because the biggest is in here.
Yeah.
I got another shot. Get to the weigh-in, and I get distracted talking to people. Everybody's asking if you got them. You know how it is when you get back, and I'm mentally distracted.
When'd you realize it?
I didn't see this was the problem. I didn't realize that until I dumped my fish out in the bump tank. Oh, so and I learned a valuable lesson that we all need
can't
to,
go
that-
back
that
to
we
the
need
boat.
To know. You can't go back to the boat. Now, before you put your bag into the bag line, you know the tanks.
Yeah.
Before you put your bag in the tanks, that is your opportunity to check a small fish and or check to see if you got 5 in my case, and then you can go back to the boat and get them. Once that bag goes into that tank, you're done. You no longer can go back.
It's over.
I made it all the way to my man. So it was over for me anyway. He dumped out my bag and he go 4 and 4. I'm like, 4 and 4? Hold on, big dog.
Oh, hey now.
Hey, easy, man. Don't lose our catch.
So,
I say, I got 5, bruh.
So that's when
I
it
got
went
5,
down.
bruh.
That's when I got 5.
What you
5
talking about?
alive, big
Hey,
dog.
that
I caught
cost me-
30 bass
That
today.
cost me $8K off, well, potentially more, potentially 10, off the rippy, and it started the season off like this. And day 1 was like this.
Yeah, I know.
And then we inverted that and started going like this. And then the next 3 derbs in a row, 4. Horrible, bro. Just making bad decisions, losing fish, breaking fish off. Like, it was compounding, bro, and it was really starting to mentally drag your boy. And but we turned it around, man. I talked about it at Murray. Did the video and all of that, got it off my chest, kind of, so to speak.
Absolutely.
And then we turned it around. So that was my low for the season, and it wasn't even part of the BPT season.
Let me hear the high.
All right, the high.
We ain't doing the high.
Y'all want to do my low from the BPT? Oh, we doing all lows. Go ahead, Adrian.
Go ahead, Jake. I'm
Talk
sure.
about
Hell, I done hit my high.
Yeah, because you just like.
He shot his wad.
Yeah, he did. He legitimately did. He's
Shot
got
your
to
wad.
chill. He let things play out. Let us have a conversation.
Well, I'm gonna have another high.
There we go.
Y'all go ahead with the lows.
Hey,
I got a
you
high.
got
to
another
end. I'm gonna
Hey,
end y'all
I got
with
a
a
question
high.
for
There you
y'all
go,
that
you
ain't got
can.
nothing to do with what we talking about.
So
Where's Brody going?
Where's he
Brody,
going?
you don't see him all the way
He's
down
got
the
them
block?
5-finger socks on right now, about to go for a jog.
Is that what he's doing?
I don't know. He's just walking into the abyss. Is this video still live?
yeah,
it
it's
is.
not live, but yeah.
Where the hell is he going?
Ain't no telling, bro.
I don't know where y'all. So comment below. Let me know where he's going.
If you see him on the street, just let us know.
Anyway, start me with a low.
So
Put a
low,
low, Adrian.
Adrian.
Man, I'm sitting over here
Look,
thinking
she's
about
taking a
it.
picture.
So
Hey,
It would-
your
it
leg
would be-
sucks.
as they're shotgunning a Bud Light off the back.
Oh my.
I'm gonna have to. I was sitting here thinking about it. I'm gonna have to say it's a toss up between Murray, but just because I know you're about to pick Murray, I'm gonna pick Florida too. So Florida for me,
That was a low.
Florida for me, I went out and I found this area that was kind of like off the wall and rolled up to it the first day of competition. I caught like 26 pounds of my power poles down. Fished a really small piece of it. But the one thing that I've realized in Florida and with the current Bass Pro Tours, our tournament stretched out over such a long period.
Like 46
Like,
days.
It's not a
long.
3-day tournament. It's like an 8-day tournament.
6 day.
No, but you talk about practice.
Oh,
you find a first day of practice.
Yes.
6 days of competition.
Yeah.
But like okay, like an
There's
elite one, like elite 7 still. So it's only one
It's
day.
still a lot. But
Yeah,
so this is what happened to me. So I found these fish, right? Roll up to it the first day of the tournament, smash them, like fish a very small piece of where I thought these bass were. And then, of course, how our format is, the weight 0 going into the knockout round. So it's like, I'm not going to even go jack with it on the second day of competition.
Yep,
Now we're talking about 4 days
after
I found these fish.
Your group A.
So now all of a sudden I roll up to the knockout round to this stretch and I swim my jig for freaking miles and I don't get a bite. I don't know where they went.
Sag today.
I don't know what happened, but it was one of them where
They were spawners too.
they're 100% spawners.
That's
Big,
what-
big,
that's what
big
happened.
ones, dude. Freaking white ones coming in there, real pale. Like I know they just came in from the lake. And I mean, dude, I could have just throttled them that day. Like I caught 26, but I literally fished the spot for an hour. Like I could have caught 30. You know, like it was sick. So like for me, even though it wasn't my worst tournament, it was probably my biggest swing. You know, because I went from leading the tournament to the knockout round. I finished like 38th or something like that, 37th, 38th.
Yeah.
So man, I'd say
That was a tough one.
that
Because
was
going to that
hurt.
one, you felt like you had an opportunity.
I felt like there was a chance.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I mean, but the thing
and
about
that
Florida,
lesson though, the lesson to learn in that situation is
Don't go
like
to Florida.
no, no. Florida's great, but the problem
Florida's
is with Florida is it's very random.
it is.
Okay, so like I could fish down all of North Bay and not get a bite in practice, or catch 10 male bass that are 1 or 2 pounders,
All of a
and the
sudden-
tournament will be won in North Bay 4 days later
On that same stretch.
on the
100%.
same stretch that I caught.
They
hell
had some
around 'em.
mail bites.
So there's a lot of like anticipation
There is.
to where you think it might. You have to almost guess.
Yeah.
Well, and that's
That is-
for the spawn too, though.
Yes,
That's
no
the
doubt.
thing.
and that's why he said it sucks.
I mean,
because-
the year before. I mean, I just quick little story. I mean, I fished Okeechobee and I fished through an area that I had like 10 or 15 male bites.
Yeah.
And the tournament was won there.
Yep.
You know, so Florida's just like that, man. And it happens to you both ways. I mean, the fish will leave you, the fish will come to you, but it's one of them places where Dustin was talking about it. It's so subject to them big bites.
Dude.
And if you don't catch them, like you don't weigh in 20 pounds with 4 pounders. You weigh in 20 pounds because you caught an 8 and a 5.
Yep.
Like, and it's just like that, you know. And it makes it really frustrating to fish tournaments, especially multi-day events.
I would agree with that.
Absolutely.
It's tough to practice that because like you go up north, if you had a good practice, typically you're gonna have a good tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as you didn't catch them all.
Or it blows 40 like it's going to do our second day of competition.
Golly. Hey, DC, bro, you gonna have to quit spitting them trolleys out, bro.
Tell me a low, Jacob. Tell me a low.
All right, for me, low.
Let me guess. It starts with an M and ends with a Y.
That's probably a good guess. I mean, so for me, like, obviously, the low for the season was Murray. You know, I didn't make the right decisions. You know, a lot of times, as an angler, we're always running around. We're trying to figure things out. I try to practice during the tournament. I try to prepare. I try to think through exactly how I'm going to do everything. There was a herring spawn deal going on. There was spawning fish. The tough thing that really got me in that tournament, I don't think I was as patient as I should have been. And so I ended up having, you know, like one of the worst tournaments of my career. I ended up 75th. And so, like, in that scenario, I'm sitting there and I'm like, you know, I was second guessing my decisions. I'm running here, I'm running there. And when
I do that every tournament. That's not a normal thing.
Right.
When you get in that position, and as a tournament bass angler, you're most vulnerable when you're second guessing your decision, and you're most powerful when you're just running with your gut feelings every time. Like, that's the biggest thing. And so in that tournament, I second guessed myself more than anything. I did, but I never really got that good clue that I was like, that's the clue. And the other thing that was really tough in that one was I sort of committed to spawners, and half the spawners had left. It was sort of like, I don't know what was happening. And I didn't really like adjust really well. Like, typically, like on a Highland reservoir, which is not a Highland reservoir, you go, those fish are going to spawn for 10 days.
Yeah.
They just rolled up, and they're bumping, whatever. The male's going to be there. This lake, it was like you had 20 pounds on the bed, and then all of a sudden they're gone.
Poof.
And then you're just sitting here scratching your head. And so
That's notorious.
that was a really tough one
Dude,
for me.
Hey, that's a rare place, dude.
It was a very.
I've never seen that happen.
That was just like, there was a lot of things that transpired that made, when I left Murray, I was scratching my head, and I still am scratching my head to this day. There were just things that you cannot explain, and I
That's
didn't.
why there's no hair up there.
100%.
Dang, boy.
All from
Dang,
Murray, man.
boy.
I
I
just
made
wanted
my
to
ball
shut
from
it
one
all off.
tournament. Hey, good thing you catch him, man.
So
because if you didn't catch him,
Jacob
Yeah,
had
no
an
hair.
actual toughie. That's what you call that, a toughie.
The toughie.
How you spell toughie?
You coined the term, so you got to drop the spelling on
It's
it.
how I
gotta be
spell it. It's like a
FFY.
like a.
I was thinking TUFF.
why?
I spell him
Can't be
different
IE.
though. It's
Let me hear
TOUGIE.
Hold on.
G-H.
That's toe. That's toe.
Tuffy with a GH. And tell me how a GH sounds like a f.
Hold on. Spell it again.
Who in the world came up with that?
Spell it again, bro.
TOUGIE.
Okay.
like you know the minnows, the little toughies.
Yeah.
That's how they spell.
I got you, bro. Unbelievable. Hey, well, that's what it is then.
All right, so anyway, we're going on a tangent. Let me hear some highs, man. Screw the lows. Let me hear some highs. Who wants to start off with some highs?
You.
Yeah, Mark.
DC.
All right, I'll start with a high.
You already gave the high.
The high?
Did he?
No, I got a lot of highs.
I got a lot of them.
I got a lot of highs. This has been a great season for me. I'm not really mad about it. God dang, man, I've had several really great tournaments. I've had a lot of good qualifying rounds.
I know what your high should be.
Fun fact right now, I have to say this. I don't know. I talked to Jacob about this the other day. So we leave Florida, and I was really upset about Florida, but we go to Douglas. I finished second in qualifying rounds, trashed the knockout round. We went to a different lake. We leave there, go to Murray. Probably could have won the qualifying round, finished second. Had a trash knockout round. We leave there, we go to Gunnersville. Or didn't we go to Gunnersville after that?
Oh, wasn't this supposed to be high?
I don't know.
Really?
No. This is highs. This is highs. The highs.
Okay, I thought we were going to say a high.
The highs for this season
He hitting
was
all
I
of
had really great
All the
qualifying
lows.
rounds. I had really great qualifying rounds, and I had some great days of fishing. I mean, unbelievable. They just happened on the wrong damn day. They should have happened on the knockout round day.
Yeah.
But the high for me, honestly, was probably I gotta stick with Murray and Douglas. They were fun days, and I'm gonna mix it up with y'all. Just getting to hang out with y'all, man. For real.
Yeah.
These boys are my best friends.
My boy done got sentimental.
Taking some
on the
casino money.
podcast. Hey, we
that
appreciate
was
you.
your,
We love you, big dog.
Let me hear the high you got.
I'm gonna drop mine real quick, fast and hurry. We fresh off of it. You know, I had a really tough start of the season. Got to Guntersville, which was tournament 4, stage 4. Finally turned it around barely, but we made the knockout round, and that's so momental changing, just to go from bomb. Dang, like I'm not. What can I do right?
You're
Like,
second guessing all your decisions.
Yes, man, terrible. That is, like Jacob said, that's the worst place you can be when you're second guessing everything.
100%.
And that's where I was at, man, and got in a bad spot there too.
Yeah.
Roll up, all them fish was on brim beds left and right, biggins. They was
At
everywhere.
G-Ville.
At G-Ville. I'm like, oh my. Roll up day 1 of the derb, they gone. Poof. That's the second time that happened to me this year. I'm like, what in the hell? But anyway, we salvaged up, I think, 16 pounds on day 1. I scratched up on brim beds. I mean, I had to fish my butt off. And then I caught a really good bag on the second day, made the cut. And just making the cut got things rolling good. So, fast forward 2 more tournaments later, went to Cayuga, had a decent event, finished 26th there, 25th, and got to St. Clair, man. A little bit of momentum, back in my groove, and I like St. Clair, man.
You do well there.
I've done well there in the past, and
you drive with them smallmouth.
yeah, I like smallmouth fishing, man, and you know, getting better by the day with my live scope and panning and all of that, and it just all came together, man. I caught 4 bags over 20, caught over 20 pounds every day. It was phenomenal fishing, and what that does to the mental, man, is unbelievable. Finished 6th in the tournament, top 10. Got myself back in position to make red crest. Your boy went from second to last in points. I was a second to last, but I ain't never been.
Wow.
You came back.
Oh my gosh, that was so
That-
devastating to see on paper, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my goodness, I got to get together. Come from 77th all the way up to 48th, and we got one more shot here.
And you
Saggy,
gonna make it.
and I'm gonna make it, baby.
You gonna
we
make
gonna,
it.
We gonna do it.
Heck yeah,
So that's my
That's
highs,
what I'm
man.
talking about.
That's
Yes,
your
sir.
high,
That's
baby.
it.
Let's
That's
hear it,
it.
Adrian. Let's hear the high.
I mean, it'd probably be pretty obvious, you know.
Oh yeah, he
Pretty
did have a
obvious.
real big high.
How about it?
That man lifted a little bit of red trophy up.
Dude, how about it?
Hey.
Congratulations.
Hell
Man,
yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, dude. Traveling with these guys here, you know, it's really good because you're able to bounce information off one another. You're able to see success firsthand, and man, watching these guys really over the last few years just win tournaments. I mean, Dustin, he had a phenomenal year last year. I mean, really unheard of. Wins 3 tournaments, in contention to win multiple other tournaments. And of course, Jacob, you know, here we are, year 3, almost going to be 3 in a row.
I'm
you're
calling it right now. It's gonna
in a
be
row,
3 in a
dude.
row.
I think he's gonna get
This
It's
video is
incredible.
posting Thursday. Watch Score Tracker. I'm calling it right now.
But
got a
it's
damn
but
good
it's
shot.
really cool to see, and I'm not gonna lie, it kind of takes a toll on yourself a little bit, you know, when you're that outside guy looking in, always being a cheerleader. And Cayuga, you know, I finally got my opportunity. I mean, it was one of them deals where it's like you're surrounding yourself with good people, of course, and you guys are all being positive influences. Like you, prime example. You had a terrible start. And if you were over there by yourself staying at a hotel room, it would have been a lot harder to turn the season around. But here,
100%.
you know,
Suicide
myself,
watch.
Jacob, DC, we're
Yeah,
over there,
man.
you know, trying to be a positive influence on you, trying to really turn your season around because we know how good of an angler you are. And man, I've had so many people, including you guys, you know, tell me, you know, it's just a matter of time. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. But you look down the list of guys that we compete against, and there's probably a dozen guys that you're like, dang, dude, they've never won a tournament.
Yeah, man.
And they're phenomenal fishermen.
Absolutely,
Like,
yeah.
honestly, like top 15, top 20 in the world. And they've been doing this for 15, 20 years and haven't won a tournament.
Yep.
So it's like, you don't know if you're going to be that guy. And you don't want to be that guy.
Yep.
You know, you won an Elite Series event, you know, a few years back. I mean, there's something to winning, and until you get it, you don't really understand what that is. And when it happens, they say it all the time, when it's your time, it's your time. And Cayuga was mine. You know, I mean, it was one of them deals where I got on a deal that I really enjoy doing. There's a lot of negativity and conflict around flogging, but me personally, it's something I've been doing for a long time. You know, I've been doing it for 10 years or 10, 12 years, however long really it's been out. But Jacob won a tournament. What was it? 2 years ago?
Yeah, a couple years ago. Yeah.
2 years ago.
2020.
St. Lawrence River.
Yeah.
No, it was 19, wasn't it?
20.
So
No,
we
21.
21. Yeah.
so we've been doing it how long? Like fishing professionally, like 12. Like
I mean,
12
well,
years.
you know what's crazy? So I'll tell you the story real quick here. I was a co-angler.
10.
So Adrian won a Toyota Series event up on Champlain, and I was a co-angler
in that tournament.
in that tournament.
Yeah. And
So
that was my first tournament.
And that was his first.
Your first tournament ever?
First tournament.
And you
You
won
won.
it.
First tournament I won.
Unbelievable.
No,
I
he
won.
caught
I was running down a tie.
He caught running a tie.
That was the last tournament won in tie.
He brought no.
There's been a
No,
couple.
old boy that
You and Timmy Horton won
no,
there. That's about it.
old boy that actually passed away. What's his name?
Glenn Brown?
Yeah, Glenn Brown won.
Dang.
R.I.P. Glenn Brown,
Yeah,
bro.
man.
Hell of a fisherman
Dude,
right
unbelievable.
there. Damn.
Yeah. He knew tie really well too. But so kind of getting back to it, we've been doing this for a long time, and I can count on one hand how many times a flogger has dominated a tournament, a national tournament.
I would agree.
So to
But
actually,
less than,
less than 3.
yeah.
What
It
has this
hasn't-
guy got on? Is he ready to go fly an airplane?
Dude, he looks like Brett. Yo, there he goes walking down the street.
Hey, my
God,
man got on.
dang.
Hey, can
Hey,
we
that's
turn
a-
the damn
That's
camera?
a radio headset
Somebody
he
turn
got
the
on.
cameras in.
He's got them
Hey, can you
muffs on.
zoom in on that?
Zoom in on them earphones, big dog.
Hey, it be the
Zoom in
random
on the
stuff like that
earphones.
that you see while you're trying to shoot a
I'm telling
podcast.
y'all straight now.
I can't keep it
he's
together.
ready.
Oh, I know.
No, he's the guy that is taking off Air Force One. This guy on the things like he's directing the jets. You know that guy?
Oh, I know
Yeah,
it.
he's got
Hey,
them
that-
airplanes
hey,
on
that's
because
it.
it's so damn loud.
Hey,
Yeah,
that
he
kind
blow
of
his
guy
eardrums
there
out.
though, he's one that he'll wear like khakis with like sneakers.
I wonder if that's one of
100%.
them. Is
He's
that
got him
a
on
radio?
right now.
I
It's a
don't know.
radio, I think.
I guess so. He's probably listening.
Oh, he can hear us.
Oh, well,
He
he
just
turned
turned
around. Dang, bro.
Nah.
Nah, he's
And
too
there's some
far.
sonic ears.
Nah, we good.
He's got
Oh
one of
shoot,
them.
baby.
Them are like
Hey,
magnifiers.
regardless. Regardless, I want to say this though too. Adrian and his high, like that tournament,
Excuse me.
he got dialed in
Yes.
more than anyone else.
100%.
He realized this was the very big key in that tournament. He realized where the pressure was. He understood what was going to transpire, and then he had a good understanding of forethought
Yep.
of how to prepare for the knockout round
Yep.
to ultimately win. And that
He prepared
Was the
well
key.
for the 33 other poachers that rolled up.
If that
That
wind,
was
if
unbelievable.
that wind,
100%.
that was
if that
unbelievable.
wind would have continued to blow though, you weren't catching them fish. You couldn't
Really?
see them.
that bad.
Wow. It's tough.
Like I went out, so it's funny. Talking about smallmouth. So I found all these fish, never caught one in practice. No, I mean not a one. I'm Group B, these guys are Group A, and they're like, Adrian, man, all them 3.5 pounders you marked are 5 pounders. And I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, you're out of your freaking mind.
100%.
And so now all of a sudden, like DC drops like 24 pounds in like the first 40 minutes. Jacob catches 25 pounds, right? He caught 25 pounds that first day. So here, naturally, I'm thinking, I'm like, dang, dude, like
They
maybe
are
they
all
are
pounders.
big ones. So I roll up to my first, actually the winning area where I roll up to them, and I couldn't see any of them. And I'm flogging, I'm looking, I can't see them. It's cloud. Well, it's actually we had all that smoke, and it was smoke, and the wind was blowing, the water was chalky, I just couldn't see. So then I roll up to my next 2 bass, and I swear, no, a little deeper, like I was still flogging them. But I swear it was the 2 smallest bass in Cayuga because I caught like a 2 3/4 and a 3.5. I'm like, these guys here told me I was gonna catch 5
I didn't even know
pounders.
that's possible.
Oh, I was
there.
so pissed.
These are all
2
5
3/4,
pounders.
what is that?
2 3/4.
Dude, I caught like a 2.14
Like
and a
deep?
3.5.
Oh my
Literally
God.
flogging.
Oh my
So here
God,
I'm thinking,
bruh.
I look back at my fish and I'm like, dude, I'm screwed. I got all 3 pounders marked.
Hey, this house has got 2 trophies from Cayuga.
Yeah,
That's
back to back.
unbelievable.
That's crazy.
Unreal.
That is
crazy.
wild.
Let's hear the high. I already know the high.
I mean, for me, it's
Let's hear
easy.
it.
It's sort of like Adrian, you know. But you know, this is a really good transition because Murray was my lowest, right?
Mhm.
I was pissed off at Murray after that event. I was ticked off. I was, and listen, like
Hey, you have a bad one, you're known for winning the next one.
historically,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna come back. I'm not always win, or I'm gonna always come back very strong in the
Yep.
next one because you can sort of like channel that energy and say, no, we gotta get this stuff back on track.
Yep.
And so after that one, I was like, I had Newell call me up. I didn't pick up his phone call for like 2 weeks. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I was like,
He went radio silent.
I did. I went for 2 weeks. I went radio
gonna
silent,
say
and
radio
I prepped at Chickamauga, spent time there, on that lake, figuring, trying to sort of see, like, it was like going to be an offshore deal, maybe potentially. Didn't know. There were sort of some starting to roll out. And, come to find out, to win the tournament is awesome at Gunnersville, but to win the tournament on a bait that you designed, that was the ultimate, And so there was some things I actually sort of figured it out. Like I knew what I designed it for, but when I realized
how powerful that
technique was going to be in that scenario,
That's cool.
Was so special, and it was.
Man, you dropped bombs. What did you win? What was the margin of winning? Like 5 pounds, 6 pounds?
I don't know.
A lot.
I don't know.
I don't know. Over a 2-day event,
I had
that's pretty impressive.
29. I had 29 day
Knockout
one
round.
or knockout round, and then I had 25.
Dude, so I rolled up to his house, Jacob's house, like right before that tournament. And like whenever you're going into a place where you're gonna do a lot of graphing, you want to make sure your stuff's dialed in.
Yeah.
So for me, I just wanted to drop in, Chickamauga. I wanted to go graph around, make sure I can see him on side, this and that. Well, I slid out with Jacob, me, BJ, and Jacob slid out. And he's like, "Oh, cast this bait right over here." And I picked up, his rod, and I danced that thing over there and 180 it. I'm like, "Oh, okay, that's cool."
That's cool, yeah.
So I didn't think anything of that technique. I was like, man, okay, they bite it a little bit. Yeah. And literally, I caught the majority of my bass on that deal.
That's unbelievable.
Finished third.
That was awesome.
I caught a few doing
Awesome.
that.
It
You
was-
designed a good bait, bro.
It was
That's a phenomenal bait.
Yeah, it's good.
that was a really crazy deal. It was like there's very few times as a professional angler that you have something
Other
that,
people don't.
that,
That's
that everybody
super
doesn't have, and you can roll up behind someone
Yep.
And
and
catch them.
try and catch 3 or 4 big ones when they just left.
Yep.
And that week it was just like that.
100%.
It was just like
There's rod tips shaking at Gunnersville right now.
Facts.
100%.
They're
Not just
100%.
Gunnersville, Chickamauga,
All
the
over
whole
the place.
Tennessee River, they
Hey.
shaking.
They shake and bake it all over
Shaking
the
bait.
place.
And I helped.
Well, hey, here's the thing. You know what's cool about that? All right, so we see guys like Kevin. All right, so Kevin, he put a jerk bait on the map. We see all all be high. You see all these guys putting all these baits on the map. So like, what's cool is we don't know this right now. Like, we don't even really look at it, but like, we are paving the way for the future. Like, where right now there's people right now that are learning from guys like yourself, and I mean, they don't learn nothing from me. I guess how to
Shut
spit
up.
out gummies.
What techniques are being?
That's cool though.
Yeah, it is.
That's still cool.
We are making the trends. We're not.
Yeah, that's cool.
We're not following. So you have to go out there and start to. And there's been people do stuff like that for years, but like there's certain things of like there's nuances within it.
You never quit learning.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to constantly be working on yourself, your game, what's going on, new techniques, because
Right.
Hey, straight up, the best thing you ever did is put a pool in that house you built.
that was
Facts. My man ain't been swimming 2 times, but he done shook all
Hey,
type
he
of
shook
baits.
all
in
kind
one
of
day.
baits. So they
Hey,
try to
hey,
figure
listen.
out.
Baits.
He
I
sends
can tell
me
you
them
everything.
Hey,
videos of like baits all the time. Like, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? And I'm like, looks good.
Look good.
Looks good. I'd eat it.
Hey, you know what's so crazy about that? Okay, I'll tell you this. There's a lot of baits that we in brands. I'm not gonna name them or anything, but there's a lot of baits. We think the baits do certain things. We're like, that bait's unbelievable. It catches the heck out of them, and it's completely in your mind.
Yep.
100%.
And it's not that good a bait. I mean, it might be a good bait, but it's all your confidence. It does not do anything better than X, Y, or Z.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that you have confidence in
Yes.
that bait. And that's what's so interesting to me. I really, as I started to look through baits and see that, I was like, dang.
I'll say this. Let's say a crankbait in general. All right. So like,
Now, crankbaits
you even test out crankbaits. Like this guy, I got to give him a kudos.
Yeah, he don't got a liner. He's got a concrete.
Listen,
one.
he
Facts.
tests out every bait.
Everything.
Scroungers, daggum, any kind of swim baits, crankbaits. Like, don't think that he's out there
Hey, drop
throwing
shot worms, bruh.
Yeah, 100%.
My man be testing
And
drop
a
shot worms.
Do not think that he's not throwing a crankbait through there. Not every crankbait is created equal. Well, I guess yours are, Rapala.
Hey,
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Shout out to them DTs because them suckers run straight.
That's a good
listen, you roll that
And
sucker
they
out
get to
there.
the depth they say they
Them,
gonna get
them
to.
suck, they
That's
do.
the other thing.
That's a really good
Look, it say
crankbait.
dives
If
too.
you throw like 10 of them in a
6,
daggum
8,
pool,
He about to get sick.
he's gonna go straight.
Facts.
He's not gonna trail
That is the
left or
one
right.
thing that Rapple is unbelievable
Yeah,
on.
it's unreal.
Is like when you take a bait out of the package with a Rapple, like I've never made it
Never got a
cast
tune
and never had a tune ever.
Yeah.
Never.
Unbelievable.
0 times.
Yep.
Well.
They got a good product.
But anyway, so
All right. Anyway, guys, that's the highs and lows, man. Highs and lows of this system. This
system.
Hey, it is
season.
a system.
It's
bro.
a system.
It
I was
is.
sitting there thinking,
Hey,
we're
you
about
gotta
to go
trust
eat
the
dinner.
process.
We're about to
Facts.
go eat dinner because I have not ate. I fished today, but I'm starving to death. So appreciate y'all tuning in. These are my boys, man. Highs and lows. It's been good. It's been a hell of a season, and
Yeah,
hopefully we end on a high note.
hey, whoa, you think about me?
And hopefully I can put some more in the boat and
you
make
will.
this
Oh,
good.
you can
And
make
I
it
hope
happen.
y'all boys catch them.
Yep.
But hey,
Tomorrow?
even if we
Yeah,
don't,
man.
or even if we do, it's been a heck of a season. I
It
appreciate
really
y'all
has
tuning
been,
in. Y'all like, subscribe, follow my boys, and we out from Sag Nasty Bay, baby.